Chanel here, your menopause nutritionist. Today I want to share a couple of factors that have impacted my recent calorie deficit. So for those of you following along, I started a calorie deficit, it would be more than 8 weeks ago. And this was because I have just been through a back injury. And in the process of going through the back injury, I actually couldn't do any exercise. I was only allowed to walk for quite a while. And when I started the calorie deficit, my intention was to just lose a little bit of body fat, but also build some muscle. So I put myself in a calorie deficit and I did a DEXA scan the first week of the deficit. And I wanted to share a couple of things that impacted my, not necessarily results, because I definitely have seen my body change, but have impacted the journey. So if you have been following along my calorie deficit journey, or you are currently doing a calorie deficit yourself, these are some factors that may come into the mix if you're trying to get your body composition and you can't work out what's going on. If you're ticking all the other boxes, so you're in a calorie deficit, you know how many calories you're meant to eat, you're tracking your food, you're hitting your protein, you are getting your exercise in, you are resistance training, you're like doing your steps, you're ticking all the boxes of the best practices. And you can find my talk about the best practices for a calorie deficit, so you can familiarize yourself with those if that's you and you're trying to do that. So if you're ticking all those boxes and you're still feeling like things are not actually moving in the right direction, or for me it was the belly, like the initial reaction for me to do the calorie deficit was to get rid of some belly fat. Like, I know my body, and when I store body fat, it is my belly. There's other areas, but that's where I actually store it. So that's where I wanted to obviously trim up. And so I just didn't see it shifting. So there's a couple of things that were playing out for me, and I wanted to share them with you. So the first thing is, if you are eating something that is inflammatory, it is going to impact your body composition goals. So if we are having food or ingesting something that we cannot tolerate, then it upsets our digestion and usually causes inflammation. Now, obviously that's in the belly area for me. And sometimes when our body is trying to help move a toxin out of our system, it will actually downlay fat to help the body actually remove toxins, so it can work against you in that respect. But for me, I was actually just getting bloated, and I felt really bloated, so that helped me feel worse, I suppose, because I could see changes in the other areas where I was building muscle, but my belly felt like nothing was changing. And I didn't feel right. So for me, it was actually caffeine. So I would have a coffee after breakfast, and it was actually the caffeine. And I wasn't necessarily getting like a big response digestively. So from I suppose nothing obvious. But so it took me a while to work out what it was. But it was the caffeine that was actually causing issues for me. So I have gone to decaf and I've noticed a difference straight away. The bloating's gone down. I feel like everything is working quite a lot better. So that's the first thing. So generally when I'm working with people, it's things like dairy. So one of my clients I was on with today, we've taken her off dairy. Actually, a few of my clients at the moment we've done this with, and huge change. Bloating's gone away, energy's back, seeing the body composition changes. So dairy is the first thing we look at, just because a lot of people cannot tolerate dairy because they don't make the enzyme to digest it. So therefore, it's kind of the top of the list of when we're looking at culprits, if you like. So generally, if you are suspecting this, which like I said, it's very common, I would just remove it for 2 weeks. Now, when I say remove, that is absolutely no dairy. That includes whey protein, that includes any form of dairy out. And you can then, after 2 weeks, kind of assess and see how you feel. And it takes 2 weeks for the enzymes and your gut microbiome to recover as well. So that's why it takes you at least 2 weeks to kind of notice. And that was the same for me. Like I would go 3 or 4 days and I'm like, oh, I'm fine, it's not coffee. And then I'd have another one. So I should have known better, but I didn't. So I wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of you were following along my calorie deficit journey. And for now, I have at 8 weeks stopped weighing myself. One, because I actually saw the scales yo-yoing as well, which there's 2 things going on here that were affecting that. So one was this caffeine situation, the inflammation that's causing. And the second thing that I think has been affecting it is the same time I started the calorie deficit is the same time I started HRT. So I have actually been taking progesterone and testosterone beforehand. However, I was taking vaginal estrogen, not realizing it wasn't systemic estrogen. I've just done a big chat, we're calling it HRT 101 with Dr. Kate, going through all of the HRT stuff. So you can get everything in one place there. So that video, if you can't see it, it's either coming very shortly or search HRT 101 and you'll see it and you'll get all of the information. Dr. Kate's amazing. So for me, I was having vaginal estrogen, which is like skincare for your estrogen. Skincare for your vagina is what I say. It's like skincare for your vagina. You put your skincare on every night. You use your vaginal estrogen a couple of times a week to make sure your girl downstairs is in good shape. So that is not systemic though. So I only started the estrogen gel 8 weeks ago. It was pretty much the same time as actually it might have been less. Yeah, it's about the same time. So what I noticed with starting the gel, and we talk a little bit about it in the video, is that I had the breast tenderness and I actually even feel like my boobs got bigger, which side note, bonus, but that affects like your body composition. So sometimes you can get some bloating starting HRT as well. It's all very your body just adjusting and then things calm down. So don't worry or freak out about it. It's quite normal. It's just when I had a Mirena in like 7 years ago. And when I had that done, it took me like 12 weeks for things to settle down with that. So it makes sense that if we're starting something, especially something like hormones, that there's some adjustment. It dawned on me, like a week ago, that it was exactly the same time I was doing my calorie deficit, and I'm trying to show you guys like what's going on. And so if anything, it's probably a really good lesson that there's so many other things that impact your body weight and also your body composition outside of just nutrition, because I have been tracking, I've been really diligent, I've been exercising, I've been doing all the things, yet adding HRT and also having this like caffeine inflammation going on actually have impacted the progress. So I'm actually really happy with my body composition and the way I'm tracking, and I'm really excited. I can see muscles building and I'm getting stronger in the gym, and it's all good. I just wanted to share this with you because it's important information that you need to know. It's like, that's why when I talk in my video, like the kind of gold standards of calorie deficit, the things that you need to be ticking, something as simple as drinking enough water, it impacts your outcomes. So sharing this information is truly important. So if that's you, you know that there's other factors going on, especially starting like HRT or, you know, having inflammatory foods in your diet, because that can definitely make a big difference. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. If you are on a calorie deficit, I want you to hang in there. You're doing great. I hope you've got a plan for it as well. I'm just writing a new fat loss module for my next program, just going through all of this. Like, you really need to have a plan, a time frame, and a way of being able to manage. We should never be on a calorie deficit for like just, you know, like no end time. Like, there should be, you know, a 6-week block, and then you have a break for a week, and then maybe you reassess, and then you do another 6-week block, or a 12-week. Like, I think 12 weeks is fine. I think it's quite a long time. So making it smaller amounts is a good idea too, just from a time frame and mindset point of view. But I'm just writing a module for it at the moment, so the next program gets makes it so much easier. I mean, it's been much easier writing this module, having just done a calorie deficit myself, because there's some things I've tweaked just going through it myself, just little tips and tricks that are super helpful. So I hope this helps you on your, fat loss journey. Also, I want to remind you that the waitlist for my next program is currently going. So this will kick off at the very beginning of June. And like I mentioned, it has a new fat loss module, has guest speakers that come on. It's just a fantastic program to help you master your nutrition and lifestyle. It's a 12-week program split into 2 6-week blocks. So the first 6 weeks is mastering your nutrition. The second 6 weeks is all of the other stuff. We even talk about intimacy and sex life and all of the things that get impacted, stress. It's really quite comprehensive. So jump on. I'll pop the link here in the comments so you can, join. You're just basically signing up for more information. But if you do decide to join when I open it, you'll get a big discount being on this waitlist, and bonuses, inclusions, things like that. So I can't wait to help you link arms and get your goals on your journey. So grab that waitlist. And also today is Wednesday, so there will be a new recipe and this week is really good. I'm loving it. Only 100 calories for this mug cake. It's awesome. So you're going to want the weekly recipes basically are emailed to you. So I'll put the link here for those too. Make sure you join my email list and you'll get the weekly recipes so you can test out my recipes. You should look forward to eating your food every time you eat. It should taste amazing. That is one of my missions in life. I love eating, and your food should be great, and you can get your goals at the same time. So thank you for being here today. I truly appreciate it. I hope this is helping you on your journey. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I publish a new video. And if there's any questions, comments, concerns, anything I can help with, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you next time.